Greetings, this is Jumbo. In this tutorial, JavaScript we use to create for each loops. This is brought to you from the jumboshop.com Learning JavaScript course. JavaScript makes it easy to use the for each loop statements. You can use a for each loop to iterate over an iterable object. I'll explain what that means. Simply put, loops allow repetitive tasks to be executed using minimal code. So as you see here, I have explained what iterate means. It means you repeat a process. So for an object to be iterable, it means that an object can be an object such as an array or an object. As long as it has indexes, you'll be able to use the for each loop. As an example here, the format is very simple. It's simply you take the array or the object and you use the built-in function for each. It's one word. It's camel case and then the callback function. So this could be an independent function or it could be a function you create on the fly or dynamic function. So for example here, if I created a variable called numbers, which is my array or an object or a collection, I can use for each, and this will, you see in here, this will create the index. So it's like it's a variable the variable for the index, which will be num, and then I can just output it. That's literally my function. And you can expand code to see more of the code snippet we use for this tutorial. This is the screenshot. Just to make sure everything you've typed is correct, or you can just look this snippet here, and this is the output if you're using the jumboshop.com learning web course ID, which is also be used for this tutorial because it also inspired this tutorial. Just as a reminder, JavaScript does run in a web browser for client-side interactive or automated web applications. JavaScript can also be used to run outside a web browser if you use server-side embedded platforms. Created multiple examples using Node.js, Turi, and others, even Python and Java in the past. And this is the video you're watching right now. Be sure to subscribe for more frequent content. If you have any requests, let me know as well, if it's JavaScript, Python, PHP, or any other programming language. So JavaScript is open source. It follows the MScript standard, a license under W3C software license, which allows commercial use, modification, distribution, allows making derivatives proprietary. Let's head over to jumboshop.com here, and we'll start this tutorial. So all I'm going to be using here is just the IDE. You can copy paste code in here, and then you press compile, and the output will be out here. Or if you don't use the console, you can use alert or to output the thing in a pop-up. So I'm going to continue to use the same variables I used previously for other loop tutorials. jumboshop.com, just to show you, like, you can use different types of loops, why you want to use different types of loops, and you decide which type of loop you want to use. So this is an object. It has keys and value pairs. A series, and the last one is the year 1984, and even numbers 6, 8, 10. Now just do numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So without loops, it's very tedious. For the object, you need to, for example, the brand, you need to know the key or the keys, not brand, model, and the year. You can also use the short, you can also use the period. For example, I can say brand, I can say model, and year. And of course, we can do the same thing for the even numbers. Three and 4, because it starts at 0, so you don't have to do 5. And we can do the same thing for the regular numbers, variable. So it'll be 0, oops, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, here's the for each loop. I'm going to use some more built-in functions, methods, such as object.entries. My object is pickup truck. Then for each, you get the key and the value. Then this is my function. All it will do is console.log. I'm going to use a template string. So key, and value. Then for the even numbers, for each even number, that's the variable that's dynamically created, even number. Finally, for the numbers, dot for each, it's camel case, don't forget, number console.log number. Okay, scroll down a little bit, compile. Got to put a semicolon here. Okay, so that's the output. You see how easy it is when you use a loop. If you compare for the for each loop, it was literally just 3 lines as opposed to doing all this up here. What is that, like 15 lines? So that's why loops are very significantly cut down the amount of code you use. So you can get the article at jambo.com/javascript-for-each-loop. If you want to learn JavaScript online at your own pace in a web browser, you visit ojamboshop.com. I'm also giving you 20% off using the promo code SCHOOL until the end of 2024. All you need is a web browser, whether it's a mobile, tablet, or desktop. Just visit ojamboshop.com and you'll be able to get the course anytime you want. If you have any questions, you can always submit, and it'll be a reasonable turnaround. There are no subscriptions, just a one-time fee. There's also an ebook which just has the same code that's in the course, just in an ebook format. It doesn't come with an IDE or text editor or JavaScript. You can just follow along at your own pace anytime you want. You have seen some of I've used NetBeans, for example, and you can follow along that way. Coming very soon, there will be a paperback version of this book. Stay tuned for that. And of course, the links are in the description for both the course and the ebook. And also for this article, under references, you see the Learning JavaScript course on ojamboshop.com. There's a Learning JavaScript ebook on Amazon. And if you want custom tutorials, one-on-one, online, or you need help creating applications or modifying your application, whether it's for desktop, it could be web or mobile, any programming language, I can help you with that. Or if maybe you have a website and you need it to integrate or you need to migrate it, maybe you need some database help, again, I can help you with that. Just visit ojamboservices.com for free, no obligation quote. Thank you. Bye.